Yikes. I don't know what to say about this. This is kind of creepy. Look at that beard. Looking like Yukon Sam. Cornelius. Yukon Cornelius. Nothing. Give me a 1 if you like the beard. 2 if you don't. It's itching down here. But maybe I'll keep it this time. I'm going to see if it comes out white to make me look so smart. All right, so let's check this out from Wall Street Journal. Late career job losses are blurring what retirement looks like in America. 4 people open up about their finances and how they spend their time. I'm just going to tell you, man, this first guy, I was like, what? I could not. I was like, what the hell? So we're going to come down here. No, I'm already subscribed here, man. Come on. So there we go. We got Kevin Crane. I tell you, this is crazy to me. I'm like, dude. So here's my man Kevin. He's in Gloucester, Massachusetts, and that's where my boy who I was in the Army with from Gloucester, Mass. But he actually lives in New York City. He's a former head of retirement research. Now, look, I appreciate Kevin freaking sharing what's going on. I'm not bashing this guy at all. I'm just stunned. But I appreciate him sharing what he's going through. It's not good, but I'm just like, what? My limited access is, dude, I subscribe to Wall Street Journal. What are you talking about? I'm not going to tell you not put the right subscription on, whatever. We'll just read this. I'll fix it. He was head of retirement research at Bank of America. And then in 2023, they offered him early retirement. He never imagined the life he could he never imagined the life he studied could be so satisfying. So that's what I love about Kevin here. He's saying, dude, I just can't tell you, I'm living large. My concern for Kevin is like, yeah, but that could not keep going. He assumed he'd work full bore until age 65. After getting past some disappointment at retiring 2 years sooner than expected, he quickly pivoted to a retirement philosophy of what's next. Freaking legendary. But this is what's crazy. He has built a second act that includes part-time work as a consultant and a director of a retirement industry association focused on 401k plans. He provides free advice to 2 nonprofits on aging and 2 startups he's invested. Okay, that's all good. He makes less money but enjoys having control over his time. He typically works about 5 hours a day, leaving time for the gym and reading. Freaking awesome. He used to assume he'd have a life of leisure in retirement, but his father's retirement experience dissuaded him from that. Dad went from 100 miles an hour to 0 and never did anything else, says Kevin, who believes his father was left vulnerable to dementia because he just sat on his butt watching whatever the hell he's watching. Dude, I see this all. Men in particular, they're going 100, and then they go to 0. And you just can't do that to yourself. Your body, your mind aches and needs stimulant, needs activity, it needs stuff. And that's physical activity as well. Check this out. Crane said the transition was easy for him because he's already working from home, and he and his wife Rebecca split their time between their New York City and Gloucester, Mass, where they recently purchased a home. All right, but just watch this. He earns about $110 a year, which supplements distribution from cash and executive deferred compensation. Okay, that's good. And that covers about 80% of his pre-retirement pay. Okay, all good. So he's making about $150 before that. That's great. However, in 2027, the restricted stock and deferred comp will run out. And the couple will begin tapping their retirement and brokerage accounts, which have 90% fixed income. They plan on delaying social until they're age 70. All right, so here's a guy in my business. 90% of his retirement accounts are in fixed income. Of his investments are in fixed income. Like, but it gets worse. I'm like, what? Their net worth is more than $5 million, but that includes retirement accounts of 1.9, which they don't say how much his brokerage account is, but we'll just say 1.9 includes his brokerage account and as part of retirement. I don't know. But that means they got $3 million in real estate and $2 million in investable assets. And I don't know exactly how they don't say. Okay, so $2 million investable assets. All right. Check this out. They spend about $23,000 a month. Half is on their mortgage and rent for their Manhattan apartment. Well, I guess if they're renting their Manhattan apartment, then that $5 million does not include. Let's see, how much is a? I don't know. Let's hold on a second. Median price of a house in Gloucester is $707,000, and this guy, they just bought a house in Gloucester. I thought they said, yeah, they recently purchased a home in Gloucester. there's no way they're buying a $775,000 house in Gloucester. So let's look at Realtor.com and see what it shows. I assume he's near the water because he shows this picture right here of him by the water. And he seems like a nice guy. I don't know this guy, but I'm assuming he's near the water. So we're just going to assume like here's a $2 million house in Gloucester, 5,000 square feet. I don't know. I have a friend in Gloucester. I've been there a couple times. My sister has a good friend in Gloucester. So that's $2 million, and that doesn't look like that and all that in a bag of chips. So anyway, so let's just assume his house is $2 million in Gloucester, and he has got to mortgage this guy of what, $300,000 or something like that, right? And he's renting that place in New York City. So let's just say, but all said and done, he has $2.5 million in brokerage and retirement accounts. $2.5 million, and he's spending $23,000 a month. All right. Let's see. Their net worth is $5 million and includes a retirement account, basically $1.9 million. We'll say $600,000 in a mortgage and a brokerage account. They're spending $23,000 a month, half on their mortgage and rent for the Manhattan apartment. Premiums for health insurance run about $2,000 a month. And how are you going to do this, buddy? It's crazy to me. So let's just say he's spending $23,000 a month. All right, we'll say he's going to get Social Security, I don't know, when he's 70. We'll just use that for an example. He'll probably get $5,000 a month from Social, minus $5,000 in Social Security. That's still $18,000 a month he's got to get from, what did you say, $2.5 million? And that's a 7.2 distribution amount on a fixed income? A fixed income portfolio? Obviously, you got to give up their New York house, but look at this. He says right here, he's been trying to keep his wife's needs in mind. He's careful not to intrude on a routine. He set up automatic transfers from their investment account to their bank account so she doesn't have to ask him for money. They split. This is crazy to me. I'm like, what? The mortgage will be paid off at some point, I grant you. But, it's got a $300,000 mortgage. That's it. Even if you're paying $5,000 a month on that guy, let's just say you're paying $5,000 a month on that guy. I'm not even going to use interest. I'm just going to go 320,000 divided by 5. It's still going to take 5.5 years to pay that guy off. How's this guy going to make it? I guess he's going to have to assume a big inheritance from his dad because he does keep his father's checkbook, which showed signs of his dad's decline. I don't know, man. That's just creepy to me. And I don't know what's going on with this guy. I'm not wishing him ill will. I'm like, dude, how long have you been in fixed income? You missed all that. And don't forget the Massachusetts estate tax. What is? I forgot what it was. Check this out. $2 million. So, does his dad live in Massachusetts? I don't know. Anyway, I don't think it's adjusted for inflation either. Adjusted for inflation. And then on top of that, if he's still domiciled in New York, this is crazy to me. Because New York is going to piece of that pie potentially. Anyway, I'm telling you, retirement planning comes to spending. That's what it comes down to. You got to get your spending in order. And that's crazy. They don't say if he's got kids or anything. And I don't think we could put comments on there. I feel for this guy, dude. I'm like, dude, it's going to creep up on you, man. It's going to creep up on you. Let's see. I don't think they allow comments on here. But check out Brenda. All right, Brenda's probably big lip, but she's crushing it. This is the difference between Brenda and the other guy, is that she always feared falling back into financial insecurity she grew up with. She's the youngest of 5 children who were raised by a custodian and a roofer. I'm sure she's big lip, but she's 56 years old. She got laid off from her job in a financial services company, but she has squirreled away. She got into Harvard University on a scholarship and got an MBA. And she paid off her student loans when she's 30 and started saving for retirement. In 40, she left Silicon Valley, moved to New York to work in financial services. All right. She put about $80,000 into her 401k and IRA. She has $2.3 million saved. She does. She spends about $13,000 a month, including $5,100 on her mortgage, $1,400 on health related costs, and $3,000 for food and entertainment. Well, where's the other 3,000? Well, that's she enjoys everything from punk to opera. Of course she does. Anyway, dude, that's actually I thought she had saved more. Actually, 2.3 million. She's only 55. 5,100 on her mortgage and maintenance fees. Maybe she's not gonna be so good. For some reason, I thought she was squared away. Now I must have missed this point. 13,000 a month on two. So dude. This is 13. I mean, I appreciate these guys sharing this. That's 156,000 a year. Does that include income tax on 2.3 million? Oops. That's a 6.8% distribution amount, and she's only in her mid 50s. See, these New Yorkers, man, I tell you, they're so used to living large. Here's this guy that while they're working, they're making so much money while they're working that, anyway, don't let that creep up on you, dude, where you're freaking laid off at 55 years old. You're used to spending $200,000 a year. Now you're like, yeah, I got $2 million, but all right, God bless. Smash that like button. Love to hear your thoughts.